We're good. We're good.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Dwayne.
Well, at least we can read the comments today, so we'll be good. All right, so
awesome.
We are live.
Aloha.
Hey, everyone. So we are here today. I'm going to try and get this pulled in here so we can all be on the same screen. I think that should do it.
Yes.
All right, without more. All right, so we are here. I'm Jason.
I'm Bailey.
And this is an exciting, will be excited. Day. It's Second Cup of Coffee live. Day. So we're here. Yes, we just got back. We've had a ton of coffee, so we are bringing in Second Cup of Coffee. We're live. Just got home, had Luke's, our oldest, his kindergarten drive-by graduation, which was awesome. You know, it was great, amazing. Right? And
here's to the teachers at Lincoln School.
Good.
You guys are amazing. You guys did so much for us. Thank you so much. And here's to the teachers at Jefferson School that Luke is going to go to next year.
Yeah, I love it. So what did we learn this week? You had some great conversations, some great podcasts. Who did you talk to?
I talked to so many people this past week.
Yeah.
So in More, which was yesterday, and if you want to catch it, it's on my page. Please catch it there. On More, I get to talk to these amazing women, Becca Shea, Stephanie Betters, and Melissa Johnson. And we discussed motherhood and teachable moments for our children and how we can correlate business and teachable moments for our children. And the one, I could go into the whole thing, but the one thing that I took away from that conversation, there were so many moments, but the one thing was, and it comes back to no excuses. So Stephanie asked the group, what will we do with a mother or a father who continuously uses their family and their children as an excuse not to do things? So I said, well, if it happens once or twice, maybe that's okay. And we get it. We're parents. I understand. There are times it's going to happen that you're going to have to take your child to the hospital or take it. I told Stephanie, you and I both know you need to, show grace and show mercy and show amazingness and just be human and let that go, let that ride and take care of that. But for those who just continuously use that excuse, that person is just, he or she will always use excuses. They're using their children as an excuse right now, but maybe that person in your business is just not the right fit right now. So it was an amazing conversation. If you can listen to it, please do. Please do.
Love it.
It was amazing. It was a great conversation.
Yeah. And
my glasses are really, really foggy today, so I'm not wearing them.
Fine. Do it right now.
Taking them off.
So, something was interesting I learned about leadership this week is that I was listening to something and there was a great point that was put out about leadership and we're all needed as leaders, right? So if we don't think of ourself as a leader, it's that we haven't found that moment where we do need to lead. And when we look to leadership, one of the faults is that we forget to be the fan of those people around us. We forget to be in awe and support and really just go out, right? To be a fan of other people, because the people that are working for us, it feels like if you're a leader, you're supposed to tell other people what to do. But if you can be a fan and support their actions, support them to help you, that makes you a better leader because you're bringing people together instead of telling them how to act, right? So it's like that point, if you can lead somebody to be confident of their own decision, well, now you can help them empower themselves to move forward. And that may move them into a leadership position or may move you further along. Because if you're a person who just gives direction, well, then all you are is a task giver, right? It never stops. So every time there's not leadership. So if you have people that work for you and then you just tell them what to do and you constantly tell them what to do, and each time they need to do something, well, they have to come to you to maybe ask for approval or anything, right? Or ask, can I do this? Well, then you're just giving them tasks, right? You're not allowing them to expand. One thing that I really love to do is that, people would come with ideas and say, we should do this. And I'd say, I like the idea, but I'm not doing it, right? I have my own list of priorities I need to do, but I like where you're coming at. If you want to tackle that, engage that, you want to be the leader of that task, go for it. And we'll circle around in 2 days, 5 days, whatever the task need to be. And it was something that was beneficial and started moving the needle down, then we'll put more focus into it. But you have to allow people to put forward there. And it also creates thinkers, right? You want to have people on your team that are thought-provoking, engaging, right? They come to you when the big decision comes. So when they actually need you, you know they need you, right? So instead of someone coming to you at every point and saying, we need this and we need that, because you as a leader too, right? If you're always needing, then it's just going to be like the boy who cried wolf, instead of the person who helps other people get what they need to succeed. However, when you do ask for something, the people around you know you're going to actually need it.
So just a correlation to what you learned today about leadership, I read something else today that had to do with, not today, but this week, that had to do about leadership. It said that real leaders, true leaders, create other leaders. So, and the only way to do that is to allow those people that you are leading to do the same. Let them lead their minds, give them direction. Don't give them tasks. It's all about giving them direction and let their creativity take over. Yes, a true leader, though, will have the vision set out, will have their lighthouse. We've talked about that, having that lighthouse, having that point, having your vision statement, having all of this lined up for those people who either work with you or for you. And this is for partnerships as well. Let those in your company that have vision, have creativity, take leadership positions as well. I mean, that's what leverage is all about.
And so how do you find your leadership ability, right? It's first becoming with us. So I had a talk with Aubrey Nichols yesterday. She was on the podcast talking about she says she has a black belt in truth telling, right? And that's something that we can all use, right? Because sometimes we position our conversations with the intention of making sure we get the response that we want instead of just being honest with people. And that's where I guess disagreement or disapproval comes down the road, is because ultimately, if you're not honest in the beginning, well, that comes out. If you're going to have a relationship with someone, that comes out down the road. And she had a marriage that fell apart because she had everything, the cars, the houses, she had everything except the happiness, right? And she found that she was just so unhappy in where she was. And until she took that moment to say, I'm actually not happy, and made that point. And it wasn't about the image. It wasn't about it. And she didn't allow her identity to be baked into a situation which on paper looked good, but she was definitely so unhappy. And for us, how many times here have we done something where we have stayed with someone or stayed at a job or did something because it's what we felt other people identified us as, or it was what we felt that's what we were, but we were just extremely unhappy. Until you can make that decision and show who you are and really show that's when you can become a leader. Because people look for leaders when they see you doing stuff, right? Like the person who puts shopping carts away, and that doesn't just leave it in the middle of the parking lot, if you're at the grocery store, or you pick up garbage on the ground, or like you're walking around. They talked about, Michael Eisner, when he took over Disney, one of the first things he did was this, and this was of course a monumental thing because it carried over, but he went out there and when he saw garbage around Disney World, he was just picking it up throughout. And that was symbolic because it was setting the narrative, because that is how Walt Disney himself used to be. That's some of the things he used to be. So it's not so much of what you're telling, what you're putting out, but people are watching your actions. Now, where does this go? This goes into parenthood too, right? It's that thing you may tell your kids to do something. Like, we want you to do something because it's going to make you better. But if you're not doing it, well, then why are they going to, if you're not doing that, right? Then why are they going to follow? If you're not the one who stands behind your principles, well, it's going to lead down to your kids because they're smarter than we think, and they're little sponges.
They see everything. They see everything. Even if you don't think they see it, they see it. So if you want them to do something, this goes for people that you work with, people that follow you. If you want to lead people in a certain direction, then you have to do it by showing that you care about it so much that you are doing it as well. that you will take that leadership position. So there was another thing that I read about.
Gonzalo. Hey, Gonzalo.
Hi, Gonzalo. There's another thing that I read about leadership, and that had to do with, and I just lost my train of thought.
Well, I was going to say David Igeyer came on, worked with us for
David.
So long. We loved always, and that's what it is. And if you are with the people that you work with for so long, it becomes family, right? It becomes something of engagement because you're all there. You lose the dichotomy, and so people still understand there's roles, right? We all have roles, but you care for the people around you. You want to see them succeed.
And all the people that we've ever worked with, I mean, I see these names pop up, these names from our past, like David, I know he has a company now and he's really doing well. And I see all these people that I have taken off and are doing so many things now.
So if you're not there, how do you get there? Well, you start with yourself, right? You have to find confidence. Okay, I'm not confident, so what do I do? Well, you start taking action, because the action breeds confidence, right? When you start doing the steps, start learning, start asking questions, start engaging, that puts forth yourself and allows you to get over these little hurdles that seem scary. You start looking at even starting businesses. We will do anything sometimes to avoid the stuff that we need to do, right? It will be, I should read this because I could learn something that could be an applicable trait that could go forward to help me in my future. But instead, I'm going to go fix this closet and clean the closet out, which has been there for 3.5 years. But today's the day I'm going to do between 4 and 6 p.m. and just get stuff down on paper. And most of it's garbage. And it's just, or I don't want to say that. Most of it is not what she's looking for, but it's just the process that your body, your mind knows, well, this is what I do. Here's the discipline. I'm going to get it done. And so when you get it done and you do it enough and you do it in repetition, then things start to happen, right? Things, the quote unquote luck just happens to show up. It happens to evolve.
I just saw somebody that said that they had seen us on Tea with Gary Vee. I was just listening. That was my train of thought. I was just listening to Gary Vee. I think it was Gary Vee. Gary, if I have this wrong, you can say it later. But anyways, it's about leadership. There are those in leadership positions that are born leaders. We know them. We follow them. You see them on television. They are charismatic. They know what they're talking about. They stand in front of the crowd and they can get people to follow them, and hopefully following them in the right, correct direction of love and kindness and all those other things that I love to talk about. And then there are those who are accidental leaders, who didn't really think that they would be in a leadership position, or don't, they're not on television, they're not big and they're not huge names, but they've been called to lead. And the thing is, especially right now, we need more leaders. We need more people who will say, yes, I believe in this, and I believe that this is good and right and will help everyone and will be the change that I'm looking to see. We need those people to step up and lead. We need you, person who's listening to us, to step up and lead, even if it's in the small ways, even if it's putting your money where your mind is, not necessarily your mouth. We're not all vocal about our aspirations and dreams and thoughts and values. Even if it's that, even if it's going outside, you want the world to look like a better place. Like Jason said, go outside and start picking up some trash. Even those little steps, that's leadership. That's showing that you care enough to do something that you've had in your mind, and you're going to show it by picking up the trash, by putting your money into those charities that you believe in, by doing X, Y, Z. There's so much that you can do to make this world a better place. So we're calling you, we're challenging you to take that leadership position that you can take.
So it's said, and it's true, you are the person who does the tasks when no one's looking, right? And that's who you truly are. And if you're just putting on the show and putting on the mask when it's time, well, that's not the person you are. That's the person that you're trying to show you are, but your true identity, right? And you see this a lot in people and their worth ethic. Kobe Bryant was I'll say notorious, but he had just a work ethic that was just,
It was
no, right? He was there. Like, you want to get there. I'm going to get there 3 hours earlier and show Kobe, and people would show up for practice, and Kobe's been there for an hour, right? Putting in the work, putting in the consistency, because that's what it takes. You want to be great. Well, you have to put not only yourself in the right position to be great, but you have to put the steps in to be great. You have to put the work in, put the repetitions in to grow your mind, grow your body, really just grow yourself forward.
Talking about growth.
And so, yeah, we're at 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
I ran today. You did yoga.
I did yoga. And
Yesterday,
I did some push-ups.
yeah, yesterday we did, we did burpees, and we did squats.
Burpees,
And we did
squats,
step-ups.
And step-ups.
Yeah, we did rotations of those with some push-ups in there as well, but that was a good rotation. Again, we're compiling all of our videos here for our workouts, which is going to be fun to do right here. We'll have that out shortly. So really going forward, also had Chris Nagel on the show. Super cool. Dude had a show on HGTV. Really does a lot with flipping out there. He's a mentor. He used to be a financial planner. And just really talks about taking control back of really just making yourself the bank. We talked on infinite banking. We talked on really this direction of us having to understand that pretty much the first thing you can do is that maybe you don't need to make more money. Maybe you need to look at where your money's going, right? The majority of people, 90% of their money is already basically accounted for. And why is that? Because we have a lot of things that are happening that maybe aren't useful in our life, but we don't even know where our money's going, right? So then we're putting our money in with institutions with hope, right? So we're putting them in 401ks, we're putting them in banks. We don't really know why, but that's what people do. And then you're putting the money there, and that's it, you hope, right? And for some people right now, if they needed their money out and the market dipped to 30% like it did with COVID, and you need that money out to retire, to go build your life, well, you might have to wait a little longer, right? So it's about understanding where your money's going, understanding where the best use of your resources can be, and how to channel that energy now to take back to control instead of hoping that it will be there, right? And that's what we do a lot with our lives, right? We hope that, things will come about. Now, there's optimism, right? That I'm trying and things might not go great, right? So we had a couple blips today too. But so be it. We're just going to keep working through it like anything else, right? Days are not perfect. And for you and for everyone else, it's that we have to know that we have to be optimistic about things going, but we can't be hopeful that not doing is going to now allow us to have results just by hope.
So instead of hoping, why don't we give our listeners the 5 ways that they can step into a leadership position?
Great.
That sound great?
Yeah, I think we covered some of them already, so maybe we'll potentially rehash, right? So one is to lead by example, right? So you can't tell someone to do something without doing it or representing yourself,
or already knowing how to do it. Like, for instance, go build me this website. Knowing at least the basics of how to build a website is key, because you give somebody that power over you, they're going to charge you an arm and a leg. But having that knowledge, so 2, educate yourself about the things that you're asking other people to do for you. That's how you not only make the connection between you and your partnerships and your employees and those people that you want to take over leadership positions in your business, but it also saves you time and money.
So number 3 would be provoking thought leadership throughout your team, right? So put together thought-provoking questions, engage them, allow them to be part of the decision making, right? Even if you're going to be the ultimate decision maker, allow them to be part of that process, because they'll become engaged, to become fulfilled with what the motive is, to the goal is, right? So if you just say, we're going to do this, that's only going to set such a bar for people to exceed. If you say, guys, we have an option, we have some decisions to make here, some of the things we're working on, would love your feedback, get the feedback, talk, bring everyone together, and the decisions you make is going to be that much more powerful, because they're going to feel aligned with your goal. And
the easiest way to make sure you have everyone aligned is have that conversation with your employees, with your partners. Let them know this is our lighthouse. This is our North Star. This is our values, our mission. This is what we are going for, be it a statement, be it financial goals. You want to have that all lined out. So your employees have no confusion about where you want to take the company. And then under that, and within that, that's where the creativity will blossom.
So you added on number 3.
It's 4.
That's number 4. You're giving that number 4? Okay, you said
4.
and that. Okay, so number 5. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, so we're 1, 2, 3, 4 is there, right? So number 5, it's going to start with you. You're not going to be, you're not going to represent if you're not able to fulfill who you are today, right? You need to find within yourself what is going to be fulfilling. When you can do that, when you can look at yourself and say, today I live with purpose and I live with passion. And again, not every day is going to be magical. It's not going to be the best day, but to know you have that purpose there, that purpose is going to drive you through the difficult days, drive you through the moments that's not ideal.
Purpose. That's key right there. So 5 ways that you too can step into the leadership position. You might not feel like you are a natural born leader, or better yet, maybe you do feel you're a natural born leader and you just needed just a little bit more guidance. Use those 5 steps to take your leadership to the next level. So,
all right. So this weekend, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Happy Father's Day.
It's
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, honey. And then on that, we also are going to go hiking tomorrow. The kids are all excited. They had a mock camp out in their bedroom last night, so they slept long, so we'll take it.
Yes.
Have a great weekend. We will see you.
Subscribe,
yeah.
rate and review.
Yes, we
please.
do have some fun things coming up, and so
love it.
Please hit that subscribe button. We thank you so much. We super appreciate the time. Like just the little time it takes to hit that and rate and review. I mean, it means the world. So thank you so much, guys.
Grateful.
We will see you on Monday. Yeah, I almost jumped the gun again.